The NBA season is officially over, and the Los Angeles Lakers' new ownership will have its first chance at putting its own stamp on the team. It isn't a wild jump to assume that one of the first moves will likely involve upgrading the center position. The Lakers were reduced to playing a five-man lineup in the playoffs with Rui Hachimura and LeBron James guarding the opposing center. This set up LA's quick exit and ended what was expected to be a deep run. With new ownership has come even higher expectations that the Lakers will look to increase spending. The Lakers are cash-strapped this summer, though, meaning trades are the likeliest path to upgrading the front court. Los Angeles will likely be forced to trade a player or two, and a clear avenue the team must explore is trading wing defender and shooter Gabe Vincent. Lakers should explore trading Gabe Vincent this NBA offseason. Vincent simply cannot be relied on consistently, putting him on thin ice as far as head coach J.J. Redick's plans go. For a team expected to push the boundaries of the salary cap, it would be a wise decision to move on from the undersized guard. The Lakers need to create more space to add legitimate contributors alongside LeBron James and Luka Doncic, and an easy path to doing this is using Vincent's deal. Los Angeles could have a tough time finding someone to take the deal on, even with Vincent's playoff experience. It is possible the Lakers will need to add on a draft pick and make it part of a larger deal to escape the rest of the contract. The Lakers are expected to explore all options, with only LeBron and Doncic expected to be off-limits when it comes to trade talks. Where Austin Reaves stands with new ownership and how likely a future deal might be will answer whether or not he is included in trade discussions. For Vincent, it has been an up-and-down run with the Lakers that is often defined by frustrations. In 83 games with LA, the former UC Santa Barbara product has only averaged 6.0 points, 1.4 assists, and 1.2 rebounds while shooting 39% from the floor and 33.2% from distance. Vincent could benefit from a change of scenery, and Los Angeles could use his cap hit and roster spot for another position. With this in mind, Laker fans should prepare themselves for more roster overturn heading into the 2025-26 season. ESPN may have enjoyed the NBA's recent byplots with the Los Angeles Lakers and Kevin Durant during the finals, but Dan Patrick knows David Stern wouldn't have been okay with it. A league's championship series is supposed to be its crown jewel, with all other headlines and stories standing down until after a champion is crowned. In 2007, Alex Rodriguez infamously sparked outrage by announcing plans to opt out of his contract with the New York Yankees during the eighth inning of Game 4. During this year's NBA Finals, the series was overshadowed at times by news of the Buss family selling the Lakers to Mark Walter for $10 billion and Durant being traded to the Houston Rockets. And Patrick wonders whether Commissioner Adam Silver was okay with it. Somebody broke the story on the Lakers. Shams broke the story. Maybe that wasn't supposed to come out until this week, Patrick said on his Monday morning radio show. The Durant trade, we knew it was going to happen. Maybe somebody broke that ahead of schedule. Yeah, I was surprised. And if we have the commissioner on again anytime soon, I'll ask him about that because he was there with David Stern. He worked with David Stern. And I know for a fact that David Stern did not want any news during the NBA Finals other than the NBA Finals. He told me that point blank one time. Patrick claimed Silver's predecessor, the late David Stern, told him to stick to the finals during his days anchoring SportsCenter for ESPN. And the lone time Patrick relayed breaking news of an NBA head coaching change during the league's championship series, he quickly had Stern in his ear, reminding him to stick to the finals. A league commissioner telling a SportsCenter anchor what news to cover is a questionable chain of command, but with the Lakers being sold and Durant getting traded, these were stories ESPN couldn't pass up in 2025. I'm sure the mothership loved this, Patrick admitted of ESPN. Because they had something other than the Thunder and the Pacers to talk about. You had other stories that more people would be interested in. The Kevin Durant story, that felt like it was front burner for the last 10 days on ESPN. Like they were almost praying, begging, wishful reporting to get him to the Knicks. No basketball fan heard the news of the Lakers being sold or Durant getting traded and said, "Welp, I got my NBA fix for the day, no need to watch the finals." But those NBA headlines gave ESPN reason to push the finals aside, which might not be the best mode of promotion for the league's championship series. It would be interesting to know whether Silver had an issue with these stories breaking during the finals. The bigger question, however, is whether these stories would have broken if the finals featured larger market matchups, such as the Knicks and Lakers. The future of the Los Angeles Lakers is much more interesting now that the Buss family has sold the majority ownership of the franchise to Mark Walter. It's hard to imagine the new ownership will move on from general manager Rob Pelinka so quickly, but he doesn't have nearly the job security he had before. His first chance to show new ownership that he deserves to stick around is the upcoming NBA draft on June 25th. The Lakers don't hold a first-round pick in the draft, so there won't be too much pressure to land a star, but landing a rotational player with a late second-round pick would certainly be a good first impression to Walter. It's no secret that the Lakers' biggest need is at center. Jackson Hayes is a free agent, and it's hard to imagine the team wants to bring him back after his performance in the playoffs. It's unlikely Los Angeles finds their starting center with a number 55 pick in the second round, but they could find a young player to develop. Jonathan Givony and Jeremy Wu of ESPN put together a 2-round mock draft ahead of the draft, and they project the Lakers to select Clemson's center Viktor Lakhin. Draft profile on Lakhin. Lakhin started his college career at Cincinnati before transferring to Clemson. He is from Russia, but has been in the United States since 2020. At 6'11", he has great size and has some offensive upside. He hit 37.5% of his three-point shots last season. In NBA.com's scouting report on Lakhin, they praised his versatility. Lakhin has developed into a versatile big man. He's a smart and accurate passer, can hit threes and knows how to play in the post, NBA.com wrote. On defense, he's primarily a rim protector but can switch out on the perimeter and not look lost. He's a theoretical 3 and D big who can also do a bit of playmaking and score on smaller defenders in the paint. Though NBA.com sees him as a second-round prospect, they think his upside could compare favorably to some very good current and former players. A projected second-round pick, the team that drafts Lakhin may use him initially to space the floor and protect the rim, but there's some scalability to his game that could allow his role to expand, NBA.com added. There are similarities in his game to other versatile big men like Al Horford or Lamar Odom. Lakers should have busy offseason. When Walter's group bought the Los Angeles Dodgers, they wasted no time revamping the operation. The Lakers have an outdated way of doing a lot of things, but that's going to be the case. The first big task is finally putting together a true scouting department. That doesn't help the Lakers much with this year's draft, but the future should be much brighter with more resources dedicated to scouting. Pelinka is likely to hang around for at least the season, but he's definitely on notice. He's another failed Russell Westbrook-type trade away from likely never being a general manager again.